Welcome in, everyone, to the Volunteer Sports Network. I'm Josh Sawyer, and alongside me is Frank Sora, and we are here in Churchill, Tennessee, as your Falcons get set to take on Game 2 here against the Cherokee Chiefs here in Churchill, Tennessee. Frank, been a bit since we've been able to live stream a baseball game here and cover it. I think one of the last times we were here, Volunteer knocked off State Powerhouse Grant.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And that was a great game, wonderful baseball game right there. As they got some really tough win that night, as they were able to knock them off, as you said, the defending state champs. So great night, and also that night was the same pitcher that we have tonight.
I think we're pulling up Austin Williams tonight. He's going to get the nod on the mound, and as Connor Haynes got the nod on the mound last night. Against Cherokee, and Volunteer lost that game 2-1. As a very defensive battle, according to the box score. Everybody had some hits, but a lot of them played small ball and got out of those jams, Frank, and Cherokee came off with the win last night. So we're looking to even it up here in the series tonight here at home.
Right, yeah, Cherokee, a pretty solid baseball team this year, as they currently sit at 14-4, 5-2 in the district. Let's see, we have a one of the players last night, last name Lawson, he had 5 hits, 1 run, and no earned runs, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts through 7 innings. So pretty efficient baseball game for the Chiefs last night. Hopefully the Falcons can get a win here tonight. It's always fun to beat your biggest rival.
Yep. And that'll start us with Clay Wagner for the Chiefs, leadoff man here, as Williams' first pitch is down and away, and that's going to be a ball. 1-0 count. Start out the game here on the first pitch at 7:47. And this is a team right now, Frank, just looking at the box scores, that one's called ball to make it 2-0. Frank, this is a team right now. I'm looking at it. We have 4 players all above 300 batting average. We have 2 in the 400s. As that one's slung out or hit out into center field, and that's going to be a base hit. As Wagner looks as he turns 1 for a double, and he gets held up at 1.
Yeah, it was an impressive knock right there, as Williams kind of just hung that one over the plate a little high, and he was able to really put a barrel on it and put it in the gap right there. Center fielder came up to play a little bit and held him off, so he stays at first base.
And we had a little meeting on the mound with the ump and Williams there, and he trots back. Falcons come in right now. 7-10, 3-4 in district, Frank, and we're looking to get a conference win here tonight. That one's going to be called strike.
That was awesome. That was a little curveball. Came in just right.
Starting pitcher tonight, like I said, Austin Williams. This year he's pitched 26.2 innings. As that one's hit
double
out.
Play here.
Yep.
Wonderful. We got him.
That's going to be the double play there. It's going to be a 4-6-3 there, Frank. That's how they're going to score it. That's going to be 2 quick outs.
Perfect double play there.
And as I was saying, Austin Williams, 26.2 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, and a 3.4 ERA. So not too shabby.
Yeah. There's some
for Mr. Williams there.
There's some really good baseball players on this team right now.
Number 19 up for Cherokee. We weren't able to get a lineup, I don't believe, Frank. And actually, yeah, I did. Sorry. It's Parker Travis for the Chiefs is up to bat now with 2 outs, 1 strike. That one's hung over the plate.
There it is. Second baseman's going to be able to corral it up, toss on over the first for the third out of the first inning.
And that was quick strike there by the defense to end that inning with the score still 0-0. So we're going to take a break as we change sides. Stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Sports Network.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the back.
Welcome back in to the Volunteer Sports Network. As we get set to start the bottom of the first here, as Bryson Fegans is up to bat here for the Falcons to start out the game.
Fegans is a scrappy little sophomore.
Yeah, he's batting .293 right now. So pretty good average.
He's got a really good eye. He takes a lot of walks. He's pretty good at bunting. He's super fast.
That's one thing, Frank, we talked about last time is they like to play that small ball. That's a 2-2 count right off the bat.
1-1, Josh.
Yep, 1-1.
Yeah.
That one's hit back towards the pitcher. Going to be picked up by the shortstop over to first and in time.
Pretty good throw.
Yeah, that had some heat coming across there, Frank. Quick stat here while we bring up Isaiah Bowery now. In 30 innings pitched, Connor Hayes is first in the state in 3A with 46 strikeouts.
Wow.
And Austin Williams, the other pitcher, he's first in the state 3A in the RBI category with 19.
Austin Williams,
yep.
The awesome pitcher, has 19 RBIs batting. That's awesome. There's a first pitch swing, and
that's going to be third baseman coming over, and that's going to be a quick out, too, for Bowery. So it's 2 down already.
Not a massive fan of first pitch swinging, but if you see what you like, yeah, swing at it.
Up to bat, number 9, Connor Haynes.
Falcon superstar here, Connor Haynes. He's going to get in the left-handed batter's box. That ball high and outside.
He's batting .442, Frank.
Yeah, it's an incredible batting average. Second pitch inside. Okay.
Looked like it caught the back end of the plate right there, Frank. I think that's what got the call there.
Yeah, I think so. I thought it was about to go in his left kneecap, so there's another one.
That's low, called ball.
2-1 count for Haynes. 2 outs right now, bottom of the first, no score.
Trying to get the bats hot like they did at Westridge the other night. And that was high.
Okay.
Frank, that buzzed his chin, called ball. It's 2-2 count now, 2 outs. House routes on the mound for the Chiefs. That one swung on down the left field line and foul. Keeps the count 2-2.
Yeah, you got to put a barrel on at that point because that probably would have been a strike.
Yep. In the outfield for the Chiefs is Emery, Brooks, and Brooks. Third base over, Atkins, Wagner, Lawson, and Travis. And Putnell is the catcher.
Haynes really crowding the plate here. Wow, good look.
Yeah.
He's going to get a full count here now.
And that's the reason you have that good batting average and OPS, Frank, is he's patient. He might find himself down in the count, but he battles back to get a favorable count, which is 3-2.
Yep.
And that's outside.
Oh, in the left.
And he started walking to take his base, and they called strike. And that's going to do it for the first, with the score still 0-0. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network.
Lawson.
Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the top of the second here with Cherokee back at the plate. Frank, they're looking to
Great pitch there by Williams.
yeah, right over the plate.
Yeah, awesome rival game. They just played each other last night, so both teams looking to do something. And there's two awesome strikes right down Broadway.
This will be number 26 Lawson for the Chiefs at the plate.
Oh,
he held on to that, or he didn't hold on to that one long enough. Frank stayed high.
Batter was just about to take one. He thought it was going to hit him. That's going to be outside. Got to get him chasing. And if the catcher could have held on to that, that would have been a strikeout. But instead, the foul ball hit Dennis in the face mask, but he's going to shake it off.
Yep.
Hop back in there.
Those masking equipment only protect so much, Frank.
Yeah, I mean that was still
you still get knocked. You still get
that was
knocked
still
in.
an 80-mile-per-hour foul ball right to the face mask. So yeah,
makes it 2-2, no outs for the Chiefs.
He's rattled, but he's back in there. So yeah,
pitch is on its way. Hit out into right field, and it's going to be and that's going to be a base hit.
Awesome scoop by the right fielder, but it wasn't in the air. Number 10, Elijah Gordon, got a great glove on it to field it there, but barely missed it.
He didn't really get that off the hop either, Frank. He came up and played it.
Next up for your Chiefs, number 11, Blake Atkins.
Yeah, it was interesting, but the great play kept the batter at bay, and he's going to stay at first. But yeah, because I mean that's a dangerous play because if you miss that, that's going straight to the fence, and he's probably got at least a double and probably a triple. So. There's another chop. This could be another double play.
And there it is, the second, and over to first. Not in time. Oh, actually, they're going to say out for the double play, and that's going to be a 5-4-3 there, Frank.
Awesome. I'm glad they called that an out because I was afraid he wasn't.
And that was really bang bang play. I think bang bang goes to the defense right now, and that's going to be 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Yeah, shortstop made a play there. Who is that at shortstop? Is that Fegans? Uh-oh. There's a windshield. Nope, right in the mud.
It's fouled off into the back near the press box. Makes it 0-1. Pitch is on its way.
Oh, yeah.
Barrel over to shortstop. Almost.
Oh, my goodness.
But he makes it over to first. That's going to be off just a little bit.
Tag him. Oh, man.
Hey, that was a heck of a play by Barry to go up and get it. He might have not gloved it first, but he came down with it and attempted to make a play on it.
Next up,
That's going to be a base hit there for Elliott.
That was almost such an awesome play. I mean, he really kept that thing in the playing field because if not, that was in the gap deep.
Yep.
So he had to jump and high pointed that thing, and it just had so much gas. It just kind of wrapped his glove around, and he dropped it. But yeah, he kept him honest, and he's still at first. So moving on.
Yeah, he definitely, that was a good play by him to go up and get that.
Yeah, some wonderful defense early on here by the Falcons. 2 double plays and two really good plays by fielders who keep the ball from going deep like that. So
that one's over to Armstrong as Williams tried to pick off the runner at first. Elliott still 0-1, 2 outs. Here in the top of the second. He's going to steal him. Dennis is going to try to pick him off.
He's out.
And he's safe.
Wow. Okay. That's okay because the batter still whiffs. So it's all right. Nothing. I'm just. He was 100% out at second. It's all right.
0-2 count here, 2 outs.
He wants to steal real bad.
That one's high. They caught him swinging high, and that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to end the top of the second here as we get set to go in the bottom of the second here in just a few minutes. Score 0-0. Stay tuned as you're listening to the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start. Bottom of the second, as Williams is going to hit one, and that's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the second. Little score of interest here. Soccer lost to Granger 2-1 here just a little while ago here at home, as they're trying to get their season turned around a little bit. I think they fall to 3-5 for the season. Barreled up there.
Lassini with a fly out there, but I like that rip. 2 quick outs, unfortunate, but
not really making House Right work much on the mound right now, Frank, is he's only up to 13 pitches and already over halfway through this inning. That one's going to be down, called ball. What do they call strike?
How many pitches you said he thrown?
14 now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be caught looking on the strike there, so it's going to be a strike. That one's a strike as he got caught swinging at it. That's Dennis at the plate.
There's a little slider down low, but, you know, it's a tricky pitch really to see because you got to make a decision pretty soon, and then it's out of the way. He's going to throw it again. Nice chop.
Looks like Brooks is going to get up under, and he does, and that's going to be a quick 3 outs for the Falcons, Frank. And looks like we're going to get our commercial time tonight as we're flying through these first 2 innings, and we go on to the third here with the score still 0-0, so stay tuned. You listen to the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the top of the third here. Williams still on the mound as he throws one over the plate there, and it's fouled back into the stands, and it's going to land up in out of harm's way, Frank. We've come close a few times this season sitting here, taking one to the table. Luckily, we've not yet. Hopefully, we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be Bowery that picks it up. He's going to sling it over to first. And
great throw. Awesome throw there by the shortstop.
I tell you, Bowery's earning his playing time tonight, ain't he?
Yeah, he's earning his keep for sure. That was one of those pitches where you knew it was going to be hit as soon as he threw it. That's why I said, Then he ripped it to the shortstop. So
Williams pitches away, and that's going to be over the plate for strike one. Williams is really on command right now, Frank.
He's got such a great pitch there, honestly. It comes in just right. Oh,
that one's going to be fouled back. Let's see where it goes. Don't know. Oh,
out of play.
Yep. Brooks is at the plate for the Falcons. He's 0 for 0 tonight. If he fouls that one off, and that's going to make it 0-2, 1 out. Pitches away.
Oh, nice.
Over 2.
Oh.
That's Hinker now. Just went right out of his glove, and Gordon's going to try to track it. And he slides trying to track it, and he throws it in the second. That's going to be a stand-up double for Brooks.
I guess that soggy outfield got him. He slipped a little bit, and I think he may have thrown him out at second if he.
I was going to say, I would have probably a bang-bang, Frank, or maybe a little bit closer. But I was just about to say the same thing.
Number 2, Cole Wagner.
Yeah, Austin Williams is still really pitching a great game here. That was such a close call. I mean, that was an inch away from the second baseman's glove. And the right fielder had a little bit of a tough time picking it up. And but the Chiefs have a man on second. 1 out and no score in the top of the third here.
It's like Brooks is inching away a little bit there on second base. That's going to be a high 2-0. I think Williams is thinking about him back there too much. He's holding on to that ball a little longer, Frank, and not following on his release. That's the reason we got 2-0 right now.
This young man for Cherokee is a little closer to the ground, I'll say. So I think Williams is having a hard time finding the strike zone that the ump wants.
3-0 count. Wagner is 1 for 1 tonight. That one's going to be over the plate for strike 1 of the at-bat, Frank, to make it 3-1.
Yeah. Finally got him a strike over the plate there. Man on second. Looks like he's going to stay.
That's going to be down and away, and that's going to be Williams' first walk tonight, Frank, as Wagner takes his base.
It is what it is.
That was a good at bat for Wagner, Frank. He just was patient. And
really was.
Next up to that, number 7, Cole Putnell.
Because I'd be swinging on a 3-1 count no matter what. I don't think I'd be taking anything.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up Putnell now for the Chiefs. No, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Williams pitch is high. Is this getting a little animated here?
That's what I was about to say. The rivalry is really showing up as Cherokee's bench is really getting loud. That was a good pitch. Made him swing and he missed.
1-1. 1 out. Still 0-0 here if you're just joining us.
Cherokee has a man on second and first at the moment.
That one should find the strike zone, but I was going to say it's a ball, and it's going to be 2-1. Parsons, Haynes, Gordon in the outfield. Fegans, Bowery, Hinkernell, and Armstrong in the infield. Williams pitching and Dennis catching. That one's going to be a high, and it's going to make it 2-1. Excuse me, 3-1. As the rain's starting to fall down just a little bit here tonight, Frank. And that one's going to be down and away, and it's going to be another walk, and it's going to be bases loaded. And I say we'll see a mound visit.
Here we come.
Skipper here.
Number 19, Parker Travis.
And that's going to bring up Travis now to the plate. As he's got 3 on base: Brooks, Wagner, and Putnell.
Squeeze, you just tell him. If I'm squeezing, you just tell him. No, you're good.
Coach Peterson trots back off the field, gives a little motivational talk to Williams, and we get set to see if he can get out of this jam here with one out, with runners in scoring position on third and second, and Owens at first.
Austin has the stuff to get out of this jam.
He does.
It's not a problem. I mean, if you give one up here, it is what it is. It's not ideal, but, even the pros do this. Bases loaded, only one out. The odds are you are going to give one up, but hopefully it's just one. If you do, that's not a big deal.
Frank, if I'm him, I'm looking something low in the strike zone. So
yeah.
I can barrel it up and get it out the Bowery, who's playing exceptionally well to shortstop position.
And this is a favorable matchup because he's a right-handed pitcher and this is a left-handed batter. So you can really paint that outside corner.
Yep.
Just like that right there. And that's a strike on the first pitch and doing what I just said. Can't do it every time, though, so. That one got away from him a little bit.
I was going to say, that heater had some gas, Frank.
Yeah, it did.
It's 1-1, one out, bases loaded for the Chiefs. Williams looking to get out of this jam as that one swung on, fouled back.
Cherokee baseball getting lit up like how softball games do. I wish baseball would do that because I love when softball gets loud and chokes each other like that. It's just fun, Bases loaded, top of the third, one out for Cherokee right now. Austin Williams dealing. Oh, tough break, bro.
Going to even it up, 2-2, Frank. And that was swung
That's
on.
Fair ball.
And I think.
What happened? Did it hit him? Did it hit the batter with his foot or something?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to leave the count 2-2. Travis is still at the plate.
I wish that ball would have been fair because all the catcher would have had to do was step on home and then throw it to first.
And that one's outside.
Dang.
Make it 3-2 and the payoff pitches.
Loaded count, loaded bases. What are you going to do, I think you have to give him one and just make him force contact.
Yep.
He's either going to strike out or he's going to hit it,
And just hope it's low enough to where you play small ball with it. And
there you go.
That's what it is. That's going to be a strikeout.
Punched him out perfectly. 2 outs now. Austin Williams victimizes the batter there. That was a heck of an at-bat.
Yeah, he's 1 out away from getting out of this jam, Frank. And this will be a big momentum swing for Williams and, build his confidence up from just previously, walking 2 batters.
You see, seeing this changes the game, because earlier I was saying bases loaded, maybe you give up one because usually the guy from third is going to find a way to sneak home.
Yep.
Now you only need 1 out. So all you got to do is make a play on the ball if he hits it and just throw it to first. Obviously if it's in the air, just catch it and it's over with.
Walson's up to bat now. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Williams puts one over the plate, fouled back. And that's to make it 0-2. 2 outs. Still 0-0 here in the top of the third. 1 out away here and 1 strike away from getting out of this jam, Frank. Williams pitch on its way high, and that's going to make it 1-2. I say, Frank, if he can get out of this jam with this will really dampen the momentum on the Chiefs side and really spark up some life in the dugout.
I would like to think so, yeah.
And there it is over the plate, and it's going to be a strikeout.
Yeah, so
and Williams works his way out of that jam to go into the bottom of the third, still 0-0. So stay tuned here on the Volunteer Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Volunteer Sports Network as we are at the bottom of the third. Still no score. As the ump wanted the music turned off. I don't blame him.
That was getting a little annoying.
Yeah.
If that ain't country, I don't want to listen to it. As the first pitch is over the plate. Called ball, Frank. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the third. Swung on and missed. It's going to be number 4, Hinkernell.
Yep. He's a really good sophomore for the squad, so yeah. Good look right there. You let that ball go into the dirt.
2-0. He's another one that's a patient batter, Frank.
Yeah, he is.
His batting average is a little low. It's 219, but still pretty good for a sophomore. As that one swung on and missed, and that's going to make it 2-1.
Coach Peterson coaches them up well. They're all honestly pretty efficient batters.
You know, like we said before,
there it is.
Cherokee's fast pitch.
Yeah, I know, right? Where's the pitch clock?
That's makes it now 2-2. But you know, I didn't realize, you know, when Coach Peterson said that they like playing small ball, how
true that was,
how true that was, and how effective it was, and it's been pretty effective for them. As that's going to be a strikeout for Hinkernell, and that's going to hurt the average a little bit, but that's going to bring up Luke Armstrong now.
I mean, if there ever was such a thing, that's a good strikeout. You know what I mean? Like, it's good looks. He didn't swing at any balls. The ones that he missed, he just missed. And, you know, that's good, really good practice. Get some good looks at it. So,
yep. Armstrong is batting average is 150 right now for the season as he takes that one. Ball 1.
First time seeing Big Luke at the plate tonight.
As House Rott is still on the mound, number 10 for the Chiefs. So he's only pitched 23 pitches to right now 24 is Armstrong swings through that one to make it 1-1.
He couldn't lay off of it. I don't blame him. I mean, that's a pretty good pitch. So.
That one's over the plate as he got kind of looking on that one, Frank, to make it.
That was like a what do you call it, like a sinker almost, or what do they call it, a curve? Yeah.
Yeah, it came in, a little change up, and bottom fell out of it, and
dang,
strikes out. And that'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Tough look. I mean,
next up to that, number 10, Elijah Gordon.
He was swinging for the fences and he missed it by half an inch. You know what I mean? So
I seen him absolutely nuke one back at the first of the season. It rolled up to the fence at the 350 mark, and I thought it was gone. He's got the potential.
This is a favorable ballpark for people who can really put a barrel on it.
That one swung on a miss to make 2 strikes. This is Gordon now at the plate as he's batting 158 on the season. And that's going to be a quick.
That was a very efficient inning for the Cherokee pitcher right there, as he was able to get 3 Falcons swing and miss for strikeouts. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's baseball for you. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. Still no score here in Churchill. We'll be right back.
Number 11, Gabe Atkins.
Welcome back to the Volunteer Sports Network. Top of the fourth here, no score in Churchill as a big rivalry game is going on. Good old Cherokee's in town. Austin Williams still on the mound and dealing it up.
I'm
really well.
I was going to say, Frank, really impressed by Williams. You know, my gosh, walk two, get a hit, and bases loaded before you know it, and he's about trying to find his way back. As that one's going to be
HBP, a little hit by pitch there on the elbow.
That's going to be Atkins that takes his base there at first.
It's going to happen, you know.
He's at 46 pitches, ranking before Housewright left for the Chiefs on the mound. He was only at like 28, so he's pitching really efficiently.
Yeah, it really is. Austin Williams kind of ran up his pitch count in that last inning, but you know, made it worth his while. So you just got to do the same thing here. You know, he got a man on first now, so double play in action. He's going to try to bunt, but he missed it, and guy on first still almost went. So keep an eye out. What can happen here?
You're looking for that 6-4-3, Frank. That's really the infield's what's played this game tonight, is keeping the runs and hits to a minimum.
Yeah, keeping everything in the infield dirt. So
it's another thing too with this infield, with this grass infield, Frank. You get something that bounces off.
Yeah,
it's gonna slow it down a little bit too, especially with it wet.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a golf ball, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know about their fast greens, don't we?
Doesn't matter. We're not good enough to matter. So
no, we just hope and pray.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be 1-2 now, no outs. Man on first, which is Atkins.
Yeah, Josh. Every time I pull out the club, somebody goes, "What are you hitting here?" I say, "The golf ball." Just trying to get it out there.
2-2.
Williams has the potential to get a great strikeout here. And there it is.
And once again, he gets a strikeout. And that brings him up to 52 pitches, Frank. See, looks like no signs of slowing down here in the top of the fourth for Williams.
I like to think that was a planned little sinker, but I think that would have been a ball. But, you know, the player for Cherokee took a hard cut on it, and he missed it. So
I think that was the same just then, Frank.
A little old school look here. I think it's the pitcher in the batter's box now with no gloves on. Old school. What a man.
That one's fouled back into the dugout. Visitor dugout.
1-1 now. 1 out right now. Top of the fourth. No score.
Housewright's 0 for 1 tonight for the Chiefs. Atkins on first.
That's your classic rivalry game on hand right now. Anything can happen.
Falcons
there it is.
Lost last night 2-1. They're looking to even up the series here tonight at home. Thought the rain was going to keep us at bay tonight, Frank, but, you know, good field conditions here. It's a little slippery in the outfield and some on the infield here. We have the infield grass, but dirt looks good and kind of cleared up for this evening. And it's a good night of baseball.
Wonderful night for baseball. Yeah, I thought it was going to keep us away, too.
That's going to be tipped and leaves the count 1-2. How about this team, Frank? Just, you know, before the weekend last week, I believe Friday night, went up to West Ridge and absolutely shut out the powerhouse West Ridge 9-0.
Yeah, they're an interesting squad right now, the West Ridge. I'm glad they beat them though. So I mean, great game there. That's what I mean by this team is they're a really good baseball team. Honestly, it's just so hard to win around here.
2-2, and it's going to be a ball to make it 3-2. Has Housewright's paddled back into it.
Really hard to win consistently in this area. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, Volunteer, they're right there in the, you know, just a couple of games back in the district play at 3-4. Cherokee's 5-2, 14-4 overall, according to Tri-City Sports, and 7-10 are the Falcons overall, 3-4 in district for Tri-City Sports.
Full count here, 3-2,
Yes.
1 out.
Try to get the payoff pitch here for Williams to make it out number 2 here in the top of the 4th. Pitches away over the plate and fouled back into the dugout.
Coach for Cherokee made me laugh. He didn't even flinch. The ball just buzzed right by his head. I'm tucking and rolling. He didn't even move. That man sees some things.
How about the Vols, Frank, this past weekend? Dropped the game to Auburn, but absolutely put it on them the next 2. They had like 14 or 15 total runs or home runs in that series this past weekend.
It was insane, honestly.
Strikeout.
They've done it like 2 weekends in a row, 3 maybe, where they lose Friday and then they just obliterate their opponents Saturday and Sunday.
Hey, I'm looking for that matchup against Kentucky here in the later part of the month.
Yeah.
You know, Kentucky still, I believe, sitting at first in the SEC conference, and that one's going to swivel away off a wild pitch. It's going to advance Atkins to second base.
Speaking of the Vols, just because you brought it up, they're beating Alabama A&M 15-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
I hate to be a midweek game against the Vols.
Poor Alabama A&M. They probably could have took a bus ride up to Knoxville, and they're like, "Oh man."
Honestly, Frank, I don't think they've lost a midweek game since they lost to Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, that weird Woodbat game.
At the Woodbat game at the Smokies.
Right.
One count, 2 outs. Williams is still dealing here and got Atkins at second.
I gotta quit eating these corn nuts.
Pretty good, ain't they?
So much. They're sticky.
That one's over the plate.
That was a great strikeout
out there.
It cracks me up.
Brooks looking, and that's going to end the top of the 4th with the score still tied here in Churchill 0-0. So stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Volunteer Sports Network. Still no score. That's why I can stake on the Cherokee. The pitcher for Cherokee is honestly really dealing too. So
yeah, he's at 30 pitches now. Frank Fegans comes up and he's 0 for 1 tonight. I was talking to Bowery before the game, Isaiah, shortstop here for the Falcons, as that one's lined out into foul territory on the first baseline. He really said it was a defensive game. You know, they left some runners on base, and that one's going to be fouled back. Don't know where it's going. Hope it don't hit us, but I think the way everybody's looking, it's far behind. So that's going to make it now 1-2 for Fegans. That one's going to be flew out to center field, and it's going to drop, and that's going to get Fegans a single.
He's so fast. He should have went the second.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's do his coach show.
Yep. I think
no statistical analysis behind it, but I swear it always feels like every time Fegans gets on base, he scores.
Yes, and that was Wagner, I believe, that came over from the shortstop position to try to make that play, Frank, and just ended up missing it as long with Emery, the left fielder. And that one's going to be over to first, and that's going to be a wild throw, and Fegans is going to round third. Actually, he's going to hold up. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Bowery. I believe he slid, but it's going to be, anyway, it's a bunt double for Bowery, and that's going to be runners in scoring position now with Fegans and Bowery, Frank.
First time Cherokee pitcher has been put in this position.
As that's going to go down as an error.
Okay.
For Bowery's hit, and that's to make him to second there.
Yeah.
Now we have Haynes up, number 9, the other pitcher here on hitting duties tonight. The house rock pitch is looked high, but it's going to be called strike.
As long as this ball is in play whatsoever and not a fly out, Fegans will go home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
if I'm Haynes, I'm driving it to right field, and Fegans is going home as that one's fouled off on the left field line.
Fegans is quick enough, and in this position, you don't throw home, you throw to first.
Yeah.
So as long as he could put that ball, towards the bases deep, all he's got to be is as deep as the bases, and I think he scores.
Yeah. 1-1, no outs. It's going to be outside now. It's going to be 2-1.
You can't overthink it whenever there's runners in scoring position, but there is some strategy to baseball. But at the end of the day, just put a barrel on it and play baseball.
Haynes is 0 for 1 tonight, as he is batting .442. So he's known to get on base, Frank. OPS is 1.137. Slogan 581.
Yep, there it is. Perfect hit. We're going to get 2 here.
Yep.
Fegans in. Sliding into home. And your Falcons have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th.
That was some good hitting by Haynes, Frank. I was just telling you, .442 average for Haynes. He knows how to get on base and get runs in.
Oh, it's perfect.
2 RBI single for Haynes there.
You can't hit the baseball better than that right there. And then Cherokee's left fielder had a little bit of a miscue that, had a hard time fielding that ball. It's gave the man on second a chance to come home.
Yep.
Coach Castle over there made Connor stay, so he's only at first. Could have made it to second, but that's why he's committed to play college baseball. He listens to his coaches and he stays at first.
Yep. House right at 40 pitches here.
He's going.
Williams fouls one back. And that's going to be a 0-1 count here for Williams. Haynes is at first. Williams at the plate. 0-1, no outs. Falcons lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. That one swung on, hit out into right field, and that's going to be a heck of a play by the right fielder there, Brooks, to come up under it and to record the first out for the Chiefs here in the bottom of the 4th. Looks like Blasini is up next for the Falcons now. So he's batting .333.
Next up, number 13.
That's a really good rip, though, I thought maybe he was going to get down just in time, but what in the cards? Connor could still steal here, and he just might.
I think if he gets what he's looking for, I think he might go. I think that was a good play by Brooks back there. And the right fielder for the Chiefs to come up with that. I thought it was going to fall in front of him, but he got on his horse and got up after it and got that out. As that one swung on,
awesome hit,
and that's going to fall right in front of the left fielder, and that's going to send Haynes. That's actually going to get away from the left fielder. Haynes is going to hold up at third, and that's going to be a single and advance Haynes into a scoring position with runners on first and third, with just one out.
He wanted to come home so bad, but held him up. Good call.
That's going to bring up Dennis now. He's 0 for 1 tonight with one out. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Falcons lead 2-0, and they're threatening again. And it looks like we're going to have I thought we were going to have a meeting as the catcher left his position to go out and signal to his pitcher.
Go, Chief. Plenty of ball game. Let's go.
Go, Grayson.
Dennis looking to bunt.
And it hit him.
And it's actually a wild pitch, and that's going to get a run in, which is Haynes, and that's going to make the score 3-0 and advance. We'll send to second. Wow, what a play.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought the bunt attempt hit him, but now that I'm thinking, well, he tried to bunt, so I don't think it would have mattered. But on a wild pitch, Connor Haynes does come in to score. Let's take a 3-0 lead, so that's always fun. Not sure what we're doing now. I think
the one had equipment.
Yeah, when he ripped his headgear off, I think he may have torqued it a little bit.
One out as Peterson comes over here to talk to Dennis. Actually, I think we're going to get a change here. Maybe get a relief runner in here. Let's see who he gets. Looks like it's going to be Jamison Mao who's going to take Blasini's spot at second.
Interesting.
Get a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess he's just going for speed. Yeah, with one out. Bottom of the fourth. So, yeah, you can really up the lead here. And
anything in outfield, Mao will get home, Frank.
Coach already gave him the call, and the pitcher and catcher weren't even looking, so that was sneaky. Coach already did his little thing.
If you're just joining us, Falcons lead here 3-0 with one out here in the bottom of the fourth over rival Cherokee, who won the matchup last night 2-1 at Cherokee. Definitely making house right work on the mound right now as he's up to 44 pitches as that one's put over the plate called strike. To make it 1-1, one out.
Go right here, G.
I don't think Mal's going to go.
Housewright looks.
Interesting. I thought maybe that would have been a balk there by the Cherokee pitcher. He turned around like he was going to throw them out and then just spun back around and did a little thing and threw it to home. So
2-1, one out. And that one's down and away, and that's going to even up the count 2-2.
I think you send Mal here to third base. If you really want to push this lead, you got to do something. Okay. Call off. What did you say the count was, Josh?
It had it 2-2, but I guess it's 3-1 now. Excuse me.
Yeah, you definitely. No, you don't still here. It'd be fun though. That'll be a walk.
And that's going to get Mal over to third.
Oh, maybe. We're gonna get another pinch runner here. Yeah, they're well. Okay, yeah.
And that's going to bring up number 4, Gavin Hinkernell, to the plate now.
Courtesy running because the catcher. So yeah. All right. In order now. I was trying to figure out what Coach was yelling about.
Yeah, I had to. When they do changes like this, you kind of have to pay attention so you can figure out who's coming in for who. And it's kind of hard because we're the last to know when usually we don't know until they come in.
There's not a PA here, announcing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we just got to look and see.
I'd like to thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say Mal was already in motion, so he was allowed to take third there.
Yep. But I'd like to thank everybody tuning in, whether you're on the live stream or here on the Mixer app listening to us. Thank you all for all your support. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making tonight happen. Thankful the weather held off so we could have some good baseball here in Churchill as your Falcons, if you're just joining us, are leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Still one out. Looking to keep the bats hot.
Hanker now could be a hero here.
That one's going to be down. Called ball 1-0.
No pressure, bud. Just throw. You're all right. We got plenty of ball game to play. Have fun. Let's go.
Yeah, I like that. I think it was maybe old dad there in the crowd.
Looks like
letting the pitcher know.
Broussard is stealing out. He's going to be called out. That's going to be the second out. Do you double steal in that situation, Frank?
Yep.
Wait till the
yeah, I mean, that was a perfect double steal. Because, I mean, the ball probably would have been away. Probably would have been away at second, and Mal would have been safe at home. So, yeah.
That was Broussard that got thrown out at second. Now we have just runner Mal on third as that was high and inside. That's going to be 2-1.
Sorry. Crowd made me laugh. He'd have got hit by the ball there, but he tucked away. And the Falcon friendlies there, whatever you want to call them, or telling him to hang in there.
They said it wasn't going to hurt if he took it.
Yeah.
They said, watch it.
You gotta literally take one for the team sometimes.
Yeah. As he fouled that one, tipped over to the dugout to make it 2-2. That's going to be over the plate.
Oh, wow.
And that's going to be strike number 3 to end the inning.
Dang.
But your Falcons get on the board here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah.
3-0. Stay tuned. More after this.
Welcome back to the Volunteer Sports Network as we are now. Well, we're in the top of the fifth, are we not, Josh?
Yeah, we are.
Top of the fifth now. Just wanted to make sure. Your Falcons lead 3-0 against rival Cherokee at the moment.
Scoreboard gets corrected. Top of the fifth. Frank, Falcons had a big inning there, scoring 3. But that was over the plate for
just a phenomenal pitch
by Williams there. Little change up. It fell right over the plate. Frank called strike. Little score of interest. Tennessee defeated Alabama A&M 20-2. As that one's hit on over to the shortstop battery. He slings it across to first, and that's out.
What a play.
I swear he has been all over it tonight.
He's pumped up, too, and I don't blame him. These boys are having fun out here, you know. Everybody's laughing and smiling.
I'm just going to find his fielding percentage here, Frank. I think I have it somewhere.
Pretty great. Well, it was a perfect thing. He, readjusted his body 3 times because that ball was kind of coming at him at a curve, and he made the right decision kind of standing up where he had his left hand kind of over it.
Yeah.
Where his right hand was kind of just right there. So it was a quick transfer, and jetted it over the first base. And Luke Armstrong is a fantastic first baseman, too. He's always digging those out.
Yeah,
getting outs.
he's tall and he's long too, Frank. So he can stretch out and kind of meet the ball.
He's actually wearing a first baseman's glove, which is nice. That means he cares.
That
there it is. Come on, make a play, pitcher. Yes, sir.
Oh, he's gonna trot over and be like, "Hey, I got you some, Armstrong." For 2 outs.
Yeah.
Oh, what a play by Williams to get that return to sender hit there by Wagner.
He didn't jump, didn't flinch. He just gloved it and moved on.
2 quick outs here, bottom of the fifth or top of the fifth. Excuse me. Falcons are leading 3-0. So they're trying to even up the series here tonight. Over the plate, breaking ball called strike. And that was hit on and fouled over to the third base coach. One, 2 outs here for Putnam. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Williams pitch on its way over the plate. Called strike.
Yes, sir.
I know that was a good call for us, but it looked like it was low and away for a ball, but we'll take it. Pitches way down over the plate. Strikeout. Got him. It'll be 3 outs. And that'll do it for the top of the fifth. Have the Falcons stay ahead here 3-0. So we'll go to our break here and we'll get set to start the bottom of the fifth right after this.
Welcome back on the Volunteer Sports Network here. Luke Armstrong up to bat now.
Struck out the last time as he hits one over to shortstop and gloves it real quick for a quick 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth.
From the way it sounded, it looked like he hit that thing, really close to his hands, kind of near the handle. Yeah, because if not, that ball probably would be near the fence right now.
I think it would have split the gap though, if he'd have barreled it up a little bit. That one swung on and missed.
Anyway, bottom of the fifth now. Falcons lead right now 3-0 against Cherokee. Same pitcher on the mound right now for Cherokee, but they do have one warming up, so not sure when that change will be made.
And Gordon is on the plate or at the plate now. He's batting 158. He's 0 for 1 tonight, and that's going to be a quick strikeout for him.
Yeah, it's been like a minute. We only have 2 outs. That was some really fast pitching. Wow.
Next up in the Falcons, number 3.
Pitch clock, no says him.
Yeah, true.
As the line over turns up, and that's going to be Fegans, who started out that run earlier, Frank, to get us to where we are now, 3-0. As he takes the first pitch called strike, as he got caught looking.
Yeah, he's like, he gets on base, and he scores. Every time he gets on base, I swear it feels like he scores.
Well, that one's hit over to the second baseman, over to first. That's going to be scored 4-3, and that's going to be a quick inning for the Falcons as they stay where they're at, 3-0. As we go into the top of the sixth, stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network.
Welcome back on the Volunteer Sports Network here. Top of the sixth. Falcons lead 3-0. Cherokee trying to get something going here.
Yeah, Frank, they've had Williams and James, a few times tonight, bases loaded. When it was 0-0, that one struck good into right field, and Gordon comes over, can't make the play. It's going to be picked up by Haynes as he throws it into second, and that's going to be a double there for the Chiefs.
That's a tough angle there. I've played some outfield in my time, and maybe you just have one just blasted on you like that in the gap, and it's like, you're running at it to the right, and you're left-handed, and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Center fielder ended up making the play, hanging out behind him. So,
and Travis barreled that one up there for the Chiefs as that one gets away from Dennis, and that's going to advance Travis over to third, and even better scoring position now.
Wild pitch now. Cherokee has a man on third. Also, Williams up to 75 pitches now.
Can't tell if we have anybody in our dugout or not, or in our bullpen or not, right?
I don't think we do.
I think they're going to let Williams play this one out, Frank.
Yeah, probably so.
That one's over the plate, called strike, but Williams has been in this position before, Frank, a lot worse position, and he's made his way out of it. So they've got full confidence in him. That one's now 2-1 count, no outs. Try to keep it in the infield, Frank. Keep that runner from going home, but might end up having to give one up here to get an out.
It happens, honestly. But that's why you put some more insurance like that. 3 is pretty decent right now, but do what we can and get some more on the board.
Yep. 3-1 count here for Williams and the Falcons. No outs. Runner on third for the Chiefs, and that's going to be an outside. And that's going to be a walk there by Lawson, and he's going to take his base.
Next back, number 11, goes Atkins.
Got the double play now. A second and first. If we can get a little ground ball back into the infield. No outs here. Atkins up to the plate for the Chiefs. 0 for 1 tonight. Out here making a change here, getting some paperwork done. Fun fact, that's Mr. Maxwell that are umping duties tonight.
Who's Mr. Maxwell?
He
Uh-oh.
I know him as that one's a bunt over to the attempted butt by Atkins over the plate there, as Weston stole second there, and the ball just didn't make it quite in time. Yeah, Mr. Maxwell, he from around this region. His wife, Mrs. Maxwell, used to be a law enforcement officer out of state here, as that one's hit and fouled. And she taught at volunteer and surrounding school agencies. That's how we got to know her a little bit. Good family and good people.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember Mr. Maxwell. I didn't know that was Mr. Maxwell.
I saw him at Walmart a couple weeks ago. Swung on and missed there by Atkins. That's going to be a strikeout.
There's a first out of the top of the sixth there.
Next up, number 3, Jake Elliott.
Cherokee with men on third and second. Top of the sixth. Falcons lead 3-0. 1 out. Yeah,
barreled up over to the shortstop. Bowery over to first.
Cherokee gets one over the plate, though.
Yep, that's going to be the second out. Cherokee gets one to make it 3-1 with 2 outs. That's what we were saying earlier. Frank sacrificing out for a run. I mean, it's going to happen when you get runners scoring position, and you can't make that play. You're not going to throw home.
Yeah, we only need 1 out here. Have a little bit of fun with our batters here and see what they can do. Get some insurance, and then all you got to do is play some defense, and we can call it a night.
Pitches away. Fell right before it got to the plate, called ball. One 0, and that one's going to be called ball too to make it 2-0. Don't think he followed through on those 2 pitches, Frank.
Probably not, but luckily the catcher was able to keep that ball in front of him, or guy on third would have came home.
Yep. That's one thing you got to be worried about. It's not really a big backstop, but if it goes right or left, either way, that one's high. And did it hit him?
Oh yeah, definitely. It smoked his outside shoulder.
Okay.
He stood in there like a champ and took it though.
And he looks like he's going to get a relief runner there.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up Brooks now for the Chiefs.
What are we doing here? Ump's doing some paperwork. It's awful picky about the baseball. I've seen him exchange that thing a bunch of times.
While we're waiting a little bit, this is how the conference stands as of today. Greenville 6-1 in the lead. Cherokee's down 1 game behind them, 5-2. Or 5-2. Granger 3-3. Volunteer 3-4. And Claiborne sits at the bottom 0-7. Only winning 3 games as Dennis tries to pick off the second baseman. That's going to get a run home to make it now 3-2. And we're just going to have a little bit of a blunder here. That's going to advance the runner over to third.
So what happened there was man was stealing second, and the catcher threw it, and the pitcher cut it off, and then he dropped the ball. Williams dropped the ball, so it kind of went rolling around, so the man on third was able to come home to score. And now Cherokee, there's a guy that was trying to steal second, now he's on third. Mound meeting here. I don't think they're going to exchange pitchers.
I think they're just going to try to slow it down.
Yeah.
Build up his confidence a little bit, get a little pep talk there in his infield, and Skip walks back off.
It's all right, you know.
Got 2 outs here. Falcons definitely going to have to try to pick up something on offense to make this a little bit more build this lead up when they do get back on offense. If they don't lose the lead here in this inning, hopefully they don't. Make sure we're getting the paperwork done and set here.
I was trying to figure out what he's doing, and I made myself laugh thinking about what if he's just like drawing. He's just like doodling.
Counts 1-0, 2 outs. Runner on third. The tying run at third. The go-ahead run at first or at the plate.
All needs one out to get out of the jam here.
Wind's picking up a little bit in the center field, right to left. That one's fouled back into the fence.
Mm-hmm. Man on third for Cherokee, just itching to come home.
Over the plate, called strike.
One more strike will end this inning. Get out of the jam here. No, it won't end the inning. Excuse me. It'll end the top of this inning. So let the Falcons try to get some insurance on the board. That's it.
Swing and a miss.
Just throw it to first and just to be safe. Okay, never mind. Ump killed it. Okay.
Ump killed it, and that's going to be the end of the top of the sixth here as we get set to go into the bottom of the sixth as your Falcons still lead 3-2. Looking for some insurance runs here at the bottom of the sixth. So stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. And that one is over the plate. Or excuse me, it looked like it's over the plate. It's going to be a ball now to even it up 2-2. And that one's inside to make it 3-2 for Haynes as he's battled back into a favorable count. Payoff pitch is about to be on its way for House Rock. Pitches away inside. They're going to strike him out. And that'll be the second out here. And that's going to bring up number 7 for the Falcons, Austin Williams. The pitcher who's batting .409.
Next up to that, number 7, Austin Williams.
I'd like to thank y'all tuning in, whether it's on the Mixler app or on our live stream, as that one's fouled back into the stadium. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in and watching and listening here tonight here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Pitches away, hammered into right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit as he gets on base.
Next up to bat for the Falcons, number 13, Anthony Blasini.
Blasini is at the plate now for the Falcons.
He's right there.
If you're on the Mixler app, listen to the radio broadcast. Make sure you go over to our Facebook app and stream live, as I think we're having some radio difficulties through the on the Mixler app for the radio side. If you do end up having some interruptions, just go over and check out our Facebook Live. Falcons lead 3-2. 2 outs. 0-1 count for Blasini as that evens it up. That one's going to be over to the first baseman, and it's going to be out. And now in the inning, as the Falcons are 3 outs away from taking this win here tonight as we go to the top of the 7th. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the top of the 7th here. Falcons lead 3-2, 3 outs away from taking the win here. Williams is still on the mound, and Brooks is at the plate. That one swung fouled back to make it 0-1. Brooks here at the plate. 0-1 count, no outs. Williams still on the mound. That one's going to be down and away to even it up 1-1. No outs. Fouled back. It's going to be out of the ballpark. Fouled back above the catch fence. Make it 0-2. One, two, no outs. Williams pitch on its way. Swung back up into center field with a worm burner. And it's going to get Brooks to first with a single.
Next up, number 2, Clay Wagner.
Now Clay Wagner, number 2, up to bat for the Chiefs now. Falcons looking to get the win here, and just 3 outs away. 3-2. No outs. That one's going to be an attempted bunt called strike. 0-1. Williams pitch on its way. Bunted back, fouled to make it 0-2. No outs. Runner on first. Williams awaiting the call. Checks over to first. Walks in, backs off. And cut the tension with a knife right here as Chiefs have the go tying run at first, as that one's going to drop in no man's land on the right field side. And that's going to get a single there and advance the runner to second as Brooks goes to second. Wagner goes to first.
Next up for the Chiefs, number 7, Cole Putnell.
Putnell up to bat now for the Chiefs. As the tying run's at second, the go-ahead run is at first. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Volunteer Sports Network tonight. Whether you're on the live stream or listen to on the radio on the Mixer app, thank you. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors once again tonight for making this happen. That one's inside. Call that one a strike. Caught him looking. Putnell. That one's going to be down in the dirt for a ball. 1-1.
Go, Tom.
1-1, no outs here. Runner in scoring position. That one's bounced back to the pitcher, and it's going to be over to first for an out. As Williams didn't know where to go with it. He could have had the double play. That's going to get at least 1 out here. And it's going to move the runners to third and second with 1 out. As the tying runs at third, go-ahead runs at second.
Hey, man, be focused on the wall pitch. Let's go. Be ready. Go, Parker.
Williams at 101 pitches now. As Travis is at the plate. Wagner at second. Brooks at third. 3-2. As the Chiefs have battled back into this one. Pitches away outside. Called ball.
Hey, be ready on a wild pitch, guys. Know what you're doing. Be smart. Come on, Parker.
1-0, 1 out. Called strike, 1-1. Pitches away, fouled back to make it 1-2. Williams trying to get out of this jam once again. He's done it tonight with bases loaded and only one out. Earlier this evening, he's looking to finish the game here tonight. Williams rocks and throws, delivers, fouled back to keep it 1-2. Runners on third and second. Williams pitches away, barreled up high into left field, and that's going to be that comes up with it, and that holds the runner still at third, and now it's still it's 2 outs now. That was a good play by Parsons and Bowery to go up after it. And Parsons comes up with it, and they get it in quick to keep Brooks from advancing to get the tying run at home. 1 out away for the Falcons. Get this Twin Lakes Conference win here against their cross-county rival Cherokee, who they dropped the game last night 2-1. Looking to bounce back tonight here to get in the win column. Williams backs off, and he's going to go ahead and just intentionally walk Lawson, and that's going to get runners at third, second, and first. 1 out. Only thing Falcons need is a ground out to get the force at second and get the play at home. Crowd's getting into it. Atkins at the plate. And that one's over as he gets caught swinging, and that's going to be a strike to start it out 0-1 for Atkins. Atkins stands at the plate and looks, waits for Williams to deliver. Here's a delivery over the plate, caught swinging for the 0-2 count. 0-2, 2 outs, 1 strike away here, and the Falcons come back victorious out of this one if we can get the strike call right here. He rocks and pitches it on its way, swung on and missed, and your Falcons win 3-2 here in Churchill as they defeat cross-county rival Cherokee 3-2. As Atkins gets caught swinging there for the strike 3. Good matchup here tonight in Churchill, Tennessee. Your Falcons win 3-2. Make sure you stay tuned to the Volunteer Sports Network on all of our social media sites and coverage of your volunteer athletics. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for making this happen. And from us here at Volunteer Sports Network, we thank you for your support. And that'll do it here for Churchill as your Falcons win 3-2. Everyone have a good night and go Falcons.